and then come close to losing your life. Dominic Minghella is an English screenwriter and producer. If the surname rings a bell, it's worth knowing for reasons that will become apparent that he's the brother of the late director Anthony Minghella. Dominic's in his early 50s and had been indeed and heroin fell ill. And like many, he didn't initially fall that ill at all. A slight temperature and feeling a bit under par for about a week was all. But then things took a turn for the worse. Dominic found breathing difficult and started to feel exhausted. Eventually his partner Sarah had to call an ambulance and he was admitted to hospital as he now relaxed.
It's alarming when the paramedics arrive and they see that you're not taking enough oxygen on board even when they're feeding you some. And then you suddenly realise you're in that bad place that you feared you were in, and so everything changes. And waiting in a queue of ambulances to get into A&E, because that's the nature of what's going on now. It's sobering, and hearing the ambulance crews talking to each other and describing their passengers, who all sounded exactly like me, blokes in their 50s, who'd had mild symptoms to begin with, and were now suddenly not, their blood sacs, as they call them, were not good.
And there were some difficult moments which you write about. I mean, there's a sort of black humour there, not least when one doctor makes the connection to your brother and calls you the English patient. And, I mean, he obviously meant it in a light-hearted way, but as anyone who's watched the film, that's not necessarily a description that anyone wants to have, is it?
No, and I do think that, connecting me with my brother was meant to be a nice thing, and obviously it happened many times before. We're not in that context of thinking, you wanting to know your prognosis and having no idea, and not really getting any comfort from the medics. And I suppose they can't give you much comfort because they just don't know how quickly this disease might turn on you and develop. And it's made worse by the fact that you can't see their faces.
I was just going to ask, how did that affect you? You can see people's eyes, I guess, but it's quite hard, isn't it, to tell what the rest of their face is doing from their eyes. What was that like, not being able to gauge anybody's reaction, or indeed have any idea who was treating you?
In the sort of hurly-burly of hospital, you need to see a human face. And the way I know that is because after about 4 days or 5 days, it drove me mad. I nearly lost my mind not being able to connect with anybody and read their expressions when I so desperately wanted to know from them, having some clue about whether I was going to live or die. And I suppose the other side of it is that I don't think I was imagining, but you see fear on the other side of those masks, of those sort of faces too, because in the eyes of, well, you can see his eyes, and there are people who are frightened of getting the illness, from you. So it's a really strange and sort of ET-like, surreal experience.
Why did you decide to try, even though you were very weak, try and write some notes to your children?
Did you really think that